guys, and welcome back to the channel, and Happy New Year. This is going to be my first video of 2026, and it's going to be a terrarium and setup for a scorpion. Right, okay guys, so this is the enclosure I'm going to be setting up. It's a hexagonal enclosure. The lid comes off, it's got magnets on it. It's got a lip around the edge here. Obviously, like anything climbing up, probably stop it from, but they can get up into the lid if they so choose. And the lid just snaps on like so. It's kind of a interesting shape. So we're probably going to do this as an arboreal enclosure and plant up as well. Kind of do a bit of a basic sort of setup. I'll show you what I do. Okay, so first of all, we'll get the lid off. I'm going to go in with substrate. I'm going to do a bit of a mix. I'm going to mix it within the enclosure. So first of all, I'm going to stick some coir into here. So I'm not going to be putting anything in here that's going to eat the substrate, otherwise I wouldn't use coir at all. But I'm going to use it just as a way of helping with the other substrate I'm going to stick in here for plants and stuff, and to help keep it nice and kind of light and airy. So I'm getting a nice sort of layer of this. I'll probably do for the coir. I'm going to go with the next aspect of this, which is going to be some organic compost. That's important to say that if you are buying compost, especially this time of year, December, anytime in winter time, of course a lot of time garden centres will store it outside, so it is likely to be very, very cold. And so obviously you want to basically heat it up within your sort of rooms. Make sure when you open up that it's not cold to the touch or anything, because you don't want to be thermo shocking anything. So that will probably do as a nice base substrate. And so I'm just kind of sloping it up a little bit at the back. This just helps create some depth, and that will create a nice looking substrate. As next, I'm going to pop some bits of cork bark in here. Again, I'm going to keep these kind of at the back, where then my inhabitant can climb on those and also make burrows behind them as well. Okay, I'm going to stick this little plant in here. I'll get out the pot. I reckon this will be kind of an interesting plant to have in here. Obviously, we'll add that touch of green in. I'm going to stick some moss in here as well, and some cuttings. Okay, so moss, I have a whole bunch that I've collected myself. This time of year is a great time of year for collecting moss, I find. Again, you just want to make sure that it's warmed up before sticking it in to enclosures, or at least if you're going to stick in enclosure, make sure it's then acclimatized and everything's warmed up before you stick the inhabitant in. And I'm just going to basically shove bits of moss around. Going to leave the back of it kind of open again, therefore the inhabitant I'm going to stick in there can bury down if it so chooses. You'll just give that option in. There we go. I think that's looking quite nice so far. Just going to add some cuttings. Okay, so I've just got a couple of cuttings that I'm going to add into here as well. And I'll push that just into the moss there. I'm going to push it through. You can use tweezers for this. Sometimes it's easier with tweezers, sometimes it's not. For me, it depends on the the opening. Might be able to get some other little bits in there as well, especially around here. So I'll do, and this little bit of I think it's called string of turtles, I think it sometimes gets called. I'm going to place that in as well and make sure that's in contact with the moss, and that should root up and kind of shingle along up there. And then we'll probably just add a little bit of leaf litter as well. So I've just got just some little bits of leaf litter just to put it up in, just some crushed up bits. We need to get a water bowl in here. Might add a couple of stones as well. I was going to add a couple of these sea pods in, just again, extra kind of decorational things just around. We can put springtails in here because they are natural, could go mouldy. This will now. For now, it is just going to be a milk bowl lid. Yes, it kind of detracts a little bit from what it all looks like, but they do work well. I will eventually get a nice looking one, but for now, this will be absolutely fine. And last thing, I'm going to put in a nice little bit of slate and a couple of pebbles in here as well, just as again something that just looks so nice. I mean, I'll do. That's kind of a very simple, easy to do setup. Get the water bowl filled up. We'll get the plants watered a bit so that they're nice and watered in and ready. I'll perhaps add some springtails and then we'll add the main inhabitant. Okay, so for something just a little bit different, I'm actually going to add in some yellow springtails. Look at them there. So I'm literally just going to get some on a spoon and spoon them down at the back there, and they will spread out nicely. So yeah, yellow springtails is something a bit different. I can add more if I so need to, but they should take no time in colonising the enclosure. Okay, so now we'll get the main, or what will be the main inhabitant in, which is going to be and the light goes off. Okay, so we're going to get the main inhabitant in, which is going to be a Cheloctonus jonesii. Absolutely stunning species of scorpion. And we'll get that in there. Hopefully you can see it there. Already looks absolutely stunning, in my opinion, in there. Fantastic. Let's get an overhead view. Okay, there it is. Look at it looking around. I say absolutely stunning species of scorpion. I'm really happy with this enclosure. But let me know what you think down in those comments. Okay guys, so that was the terrarium setup for the Jones Creeper Scorpion, the Cheloctonus jonesii. Absolutely gorgeous species of scorpion. And let me know down in those comments what you think to the setup and the scorpion. They absolutely are fantastic. Setting up terrariums doesn't have to be complicated, doesn't have to be complex. It is easy. So you can even forage for stuff. That would be absolutely suitable and perfect for inside your terrariums. So, and then it's just a case of making sure that it's not one overwatered or underwatered for the plants and the mosses in there, and make sure you've got a bit of a light source for it as well, where the plants will then flourish. And yeah, absolutely fantastic. So yeah, definitely give it a go yourselves, but you can also, of course, buy things like this already done through the likes of me as well as other vendors as well. So Now, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please do give it a thumbs up. Again, pop some comments down below. If you haven't yet, please do subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications so you know every time I upload another video. If you go down into the description of the video, you'll find a link to my Patreon if that interests you. You can also become a channel member here on YouTube, again, if that interests you. And at certain levels, you get early access to the videos. Now, mate, there's also affiliate links and discount codes down in the description as well, for the likes of Buy the Shop, as well as Wildlife Global Safaris. Use those links and do any sort of shopping or book a holiday. I get commission at no extra cost to you guys. There's discount codes for the likes of MK Exotics, where again you can do shopping for plants, substrates, and you can get some money off using my code as I can spend over £30. Absolutely fantastic as well. As well as links for my other social media like TikTok, Instagram, things like that. But until next time, thank you for watching. Take care and keep rocking.